In this video, I will finally introduce you to the most important mechanic for my survival game, as well as show you how I turned this into this. Also, there will be a huge announcement at the end of this video that you don't wanna miss, so make sure to stay tuned. I want to have a system in this game which would enforce the players to hide in their homes during night. I was considering different ways of implementing it, such as having specific events or encounters occur only at night, similar to Dark Woods, or maybe adding fatigue so the player needs to sleep in order to rest. All these ideas are nice and I might even implement them later on as well, but it wasn't enough for what I had in mind. I know how important it is to get this system right, so I took my time with it, thinking it all the way through, considering every possible option. My brain, being unused to this level of activity, was starting to actually hurt, but I didn't give up, and after about 5 whole minutes, I think I got it. Why bother changing or adding some new monsters here and there when you can change the entire island? Not only creatures will be changed, but everything. For example, an iron ore during day will become some magical crystal at night. Some flower you use for potions will become a mushroom used for poisons. And friendly NPCs will... Actually, let's leave this one for later. So yeah, quite ambitious idea, especially for a person whose highest artistic achievement was a drawing made at 7 years old. I was watching a lot of Naruto back then, so I drew some of the characters fighting and attached it on the fridge using a magnet. The next day, I saw that it was removed, and my parents told me that apparently, while I was sleeping, the director of a big anime company loved it and bought it, so now it's gone. To be honest, at the time I smelled something fishy with this story, but now thinking about it, I'm 100% sure I got fooled. I still didn't see my part of the share for what was my creation. Anyways, as I was saying, the idea of changing the entire island sounds quite far-fetched. While I feel confident about the coding part, I'm hesitant when it comes to artsy stuff such as models, animations, and I even have a slight puke reflex whenever I hear or pronounce the word shader. But luckily, there are hundreds and thousands of gorgeous assets on the internet made by much more talented people than I'll ever be. So I decided to spend some buckaroos and found this gorgeous low poly island that fits perfectly with the image I had in mind. What makes it perfect is that it comes in 2 scenes, day and night, where the island looks completely different and is ideal for my purposes. There were some problems with the materials, post-processing, and shaders, which made the scene look as flat as the Earth globe. And since I'm actually so very smart and brilliant, I decided to try and solve the issue by myself. After few hours of messing around and tweaking parameters, I have finally figured out that it doesn't work and joined the Assets Discord server to seek help. Thanks to my boys Tim and Cat, I was sent on the right track, and few more hours later I actually got the result I'm so f***ing proud of. And don't you even try to steal this victory from me by pointing out that all I did is just change some materials and added post-processing. Because I didn't even have to change any materials, I only needed post-processing. I dragged our character and the Wolfo to the new island and they immediately proceeded to not giving a crap about the beauty surrounding them and started fighting. Anyways, for some reasons it was barely playable and the FPS was around 5 and 10. I believe it has something to do with either the fact that I added post-processing effects, or with the fact that I have more than 2.7 million triangles in the scene that needed to be rendered at all time. Yeah, definitely the post-processing. To reduce the number of triangles that have to be rendered at every frame, I have used Occlusion Culling, and I hope I pronounced that right. That's basically when you make stuff outside of player's vision disappear. Luckily, in Unity you do that by clicking literally 4 buttons: Window, Rendering, Occlusion Culling, Bake, and then just click Bake. Yeah, technically 5 buttons. Now, only the stuff visible by the camera is being rendered, which reduces the amount of triangles from almost 3 million to 800,000, so that's pretty cool. The island looks gorgeous, but it's not very easy to navigate, because you can't rotate the camera. I quickly implemented this system where by holding the right mouse button, you can actually rotate the camera and look around. While doing that, the character will be facing the direction you're looking at as well. The island is pretty big and soon I'll start populating it with all sorts of fun stuff such as weird NPCs, Easter eggs and so on. However, I'm yet unsure how to approach the base system. Shall the player be able to use modular parts to build his own house like Rust does? Or should it maybe be a destroyed house that you can reinforce as it is in Darkwoods? Or maybe some completely different option? So far, I'm more inclined to make something similar to Darkwoods, where you can't build the actual house, but have lots of ways to reinforce, defend, and even barricade your house. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Alright, now to the big news that you've all been waiting for since the start of this video. I have been thinking, the chance of me making a serious masterpiece out of this game is... well, let's just say there is a higher chance that my Naruto drawing is now in some anime museum than that actually happening. But what helps turn the nastiest smelling shit into a wonderful rose? I have no clue, but I know that the game is so much more fun when you can hop in with your boys and clap some wolf chicks in co-op. So yeah, I'll make my game multiplayer co-op. I bet future me will regret this decision multiple times, but that's his problem, not mine, so no reasons to worry about it now. Unfortunately, the combat will have to wait for some bit until I get the basics of multiplayer ready, but who cares, there will be multiplayer. That's about it for this devlog. Bye!